coming back to school with me. We could have done it all so easily.
Hi, my name is Craig Thompson Wood. I'm the board game teacher. Thanks for coming to the classroom. Today we're going to take a look at Tsuro by Calliope Games. So look at the report card for Tsuro. I give the number of players an A, and I give it the A because this game actually plays up to 8 players, and it plays between 2 to 8 players, and it actually plays 2 pretty well. I know sometimes with games with larger count sizes, it really plays well with the larger count sizes, but it plays well with any of the count sizes between 2 players all the way up to 8 players. So it's very rare actually that you see a game that can accommodate so many people, and so for that reason I give it the A. For learning, I'm going to give the game a C+. I mean, there's no real sort of hard curricular knowledge going on here, but what it does teach is some geometrical spatial awareness as you're tracing paths and following the lines and trying to plan where things are going to take you if you place certain tiles in certain spots and things like that. If you want to know more, understand what I'm talking about, then please make sure you're watching the extended video in which I'll give a quick run through of how the game is played. But it does have some of that geometry spatial reasoning in there, but not a strong curricular thing in there, so for that reason I only give it the C+. So for fun, I give the game an A. I've played this game many times, my students have played it many times, my board game club has played it many times. Everybody really loves this game. Anybody I've played with tends to really love this game, and if you don't love the game, it's a very quick game, so it's going to be over with quickly. It does include player elimination, which is usually a huge knock for me, but the fact that the game is so quick, it's over with quickly, and you can join in again right afterwards, so it's not like you're going to be out for very long. So, but overall, like I say, anybody I played with has tended to like it, and so for that reason I give it the A. For time, I give it the A, because as I said before, 15 to 20 minutes for the game. It's very fast, and you can it's a very quick and easy setup, very quick and easy cleanup, and the time is no time at all to play. So it's one of those games you can just sort of bring out quickly with a small group or something if they want to have some fun. This is more like a free time activity or a board game club activity. It's not something like I would use to teach concepts in school, which I've mentioned before with the learning. But as I say, for those moments where you have the time, or maybe an indoor recess or something, this is a great choice. For cost, I'm going to give the game an A-. The game is only $26, which is relatively cheap for any board game. But then considering the fact too that you can get 8 players playing the game, means that you're going to get a lot of value for your money with this game. And so for that reason, I give it the A-. Okay, so let's take it to the table and I'll show you how it's played. Alright, and here's the board ready to go for a game of Tsuro. I haven't quite finished setting up yet, so let me just finish setting up. There, I've set up. Like I said before, the game is really easy, quick and easy to set up and strike, because every player just takes one of these little pieces, and it has a little dragon embossed on it. You can't see it with the camera quality here, but there's little dragons on them. The idea is that you are dragons and you're flying around and you're trying to remain on the board as long as possible. You're going to be following paths around the board, trying to make sure that you stay on the board. The game is super simple. Every player is given 3 of these cards, and the cards have these different lines on them. Now, when you start the game, you start on what I call these stitch marks around the sides. So you put them on one of the stitch marks. You can start literally anywhere. I mean, a person could go like this if they wanted to. You don't often see it, but there's nothing to stop somebody from doing that. Like I said, literally anywhere you can start. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take one of your tiles and you're going to put it on like, well, that's not a very good one, like so. Okay? And so now when I put this down, my line here is lining up with the stitch mark where I was. So you always have to put the tile in front of your piece and then follow the line to its end. So in this case, I've gone to there. And then I take another tile to replace the one that I have taken, that I placed, and then we go into the next player. So they'll take one, and so they're going to go that direction. And then this player, and then they take one, and then this player is going to go this direction. And then this player is going to go like that. And it comes back to me, and I put another one down, And so I'm going here, this person, let's see, I'm looking for a specific kind of thing to happen here. All right, no, that doesn't work. There we go, perfect. Boom, and then this person would go, let's see, they'll go down here, and this person will go here. Now, of course, I'm just doing it randomly for the other players. They will be actually making their own conscious decisions as to where it is that they want to go. And, you know, as you place your tiles, always make sure that you take another tile, so you always have 3 in hand. So now, here's an interesting situation. This is what I want to sort of set up here, is that this is where the game starts to become a little more interesting. So when I have a tile now, I have to place the tile in front of me, but I'm also now going to be affecting the other player because we are now going to be sharing a tile. So I want to do everything I can to make sure that I am doing good by myself and not by them. Now, I wouldn't want to put this one down because it's going to knock me off the board as well as them. So, yeah. Oh, there we go. That's a good one. Oh, no, not really. Anyway, so I would follow this path down here, and then this person would come up here. So I've actually done them a lot better favor, because there's no way I'm getting out of this one now. I can already see by my course here, anything I put is either going to take me off this side, onto this side, it's going to loop me back around again, or this side, if I somehow loop back around, it's going to take me off here. So my next tile, I'm done. I'm going to take my next tile, and then the next player goes, and they put one down, and they're going to wisely just sort of go more into the middle, and then the black player here is going to turn around after having skirted the edge there, and then this player would just go straight, and my next turn, doesn't matter what I do, so now I'd follow to the end, I curve there, around there, and I'm off. So therefore now I'm out of the game. Now the game is going to continue on to this many players. I'm just going to continue playing here, just putting pieces down for the players, and I will show you a situation that might happen later in the game. Okay, so now we've got to the situation that I wanted to show you. So the red player had gone, and they have their 3 tiles left. Now the black player's taken their turn, but now they have 2 tiles left, but there's no more tiles to take. That's because the tiles have now run out. There's enough tiles to fill the whole board, and with 3 players left, there's just not enough tiles to go around. So now what's going to happen is the black player is going to take that tile, and as the play continues, say the blue player had nowhere else to go, and they end up knocking themselves off the board. So now what would happen is these 2 tiles that were left over by blue would go back into the pool to be taken by the players. Immediately, the black player would take one of those tiles and put the dragon tile back again. So anytime the first person who cannot go takes the first tile and then puts the dragon tile back, and then the next player, if there was another player who couldn't go, they would get the dragon tile next, and it passes down. So it's just who is first in line to get the next available tile when one opens up is the way it goes. So there's 2 ways to remove a player from the game. One is, as I've shown you, is if a player has no path other than they're taken off the board. Maybe if these 2 people were at the same spot here, and it was red's turn, then maybe what red could do. There you go. So they put this one down, so they go up here, and then they'd send black off the board. So that's why you have to be careful about allowing other players that opportunity to place a tile in front of you. But remember, the only time they can place a tile in front of you is if you are both on the same tile edge where the next tile is being placed, because you can only ever place in front of you. And so then that would send that person off. The only other instance of where players can go out is if there was nothing else they could do, or placing a tile is going to cause them to collide. A collision between 2 players knocks both players out simultaneously, and that would be it. So once you just sort of play the game through until you have 1 person left on the board, and that is how you play Tsuro. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. If you have any questions about Tsuro or have any suggestions for games you might like to see on the channel, leave me a message in the comment section below. If you have any ideas for things you might like me to talk about, or maybe playthroughs you'd like to see on the video, particularly if there are playthroughs you might like to see me and Timothy doing, again, leave me a message in the comment section below. And before you leave, please do hit like and subscribe. But until next time, I'm Craig Thompson Wood, the board game teacher, saying thanks for coming to the classroom.
Are you coming back to school?